the cover of an ongoing federal investigation.
Mia, I'm a cop. You bastard.
At the last moment, Brian learned that the truck drivers shipping all of those consumer electronics would be armed. Way armed. Not that armed. This armed. The secret spook tried to warn the beefy thief, but arrived late to their latest heist. The gang was under fire. To save the life of Dom's best buds, Brian blew his cover and requested medical support.
Yeah, this is Officer Brian O'Connor.
Friendship was on the rocks until Dom and Brian bonded over the death of a teenager. Dom crashed, but Brian was like, "If you love something, let it go, bro." Last time on to arrest Carter Verone, a drug lord. For backup, Brian recruited undercover agent Monica Fuentes and his childhood best bud, Roman Pierce. The crew got jobs as drivers for Verone. You know what's bad? Cops. Mandatory racing. The crew planned to capture Verone, but the cops called reinforcements too early. Great timing, cops. Ejector seats, and the most expensive game of memory ever played. The cops thought drug lord Verone would escape by air. One man knew he'd go by sea. Brian and Roman fulfilled their #1 mutual childhood dream, killing bad dudes. Childhood dream number 2? Driving a Camaro through a yacht. And shot to death by a mysterious criminal organization tied to drug lord Arturo Braga. The death, renegade cop turned renegade FBI agent, Brian attempted to murder a potential informant for no apparent reason. Sad Dom and Brian competed in a race to decide the newest driver of a heroin trafficking squad possibly tied to Letty's death. Racing! Dom won the race, but Brian found his way on the team across the US-Mexico border to find and murder Letty's killer, and also track down the evil drug lord, Arturo Braga. Hey kids, being a drug dealer is nothing to brag about. Things got complicated. There was a plea bargain and a chase scene. The duo captured Braga. They murdered Letty's killer, and they murdered some more people. To thank Dom for saving the day, the US on Fast 5. On the way to prison after stopping an evil drug lord, Dom was down by law. Jarmusch. The gang broke out their leader faster than you can say coffee and cigarettes. Mia and Brian did things the only way they knew how, by giving the bird to public transportation. You've heard of will work for food. How about will work for cars? The out-of-luck trio helped their friend Vince steal some hot and Gare de la Quartat. Think nothing ever goes wrong with a complex train robbery involving supercars? Think again. A criminal named Zizi killed, and the blame got pinned on our American heroes. For revenge, the gang concocted an elaborate plan to rob crime lord Herman Reyes of SS agent Luke Hobbs to arrest the entire crew. Protein powerhouse. Like the political philosopher Thomas Hobbes, this Hobbes believes in the right of the individual to go to jail. Only one thing could stop Hobbes from arresting the gang: heavy weapons. Guns don't kill people, Reyes men do. They killed Vince, and they killed Hobbes' co-workers. For revenge, Hobbes and his partner Elena Neves were like, yeah, let's rob Reyes. But heists are boring, so they stole the cash with the one way they knew how, with cars. Chase bank scene. Hobbes killed Reyes, Brian killed Zizi, and Dom killed a bunch of cops. Hobbes wouldn't let the gang off scot-free, but he gave them what every racer wants: a head start.
I'll see you soon.
Now you won't.
Last time on Fast and the Furious, world's greatest drug and crime lords, the crew began its most wild, most spectacular, and most existentially taxing adventure yet. Pina colada, grandma and grandpa, with milk, 1 sugar, and a chase scene. Brian and company stopped Shaw and found Letty to see Braga. Remember Braga? Never forget Braga. The gang stopped the plane the only way they knew how. Driving a car through its fucking nose. Also, Giselle died saving Han, and sent Han into a crippling depression. Meanwhile, the rest of the crew received amnesty for all their